Hi everyone, it's Nick here, and I'm bringing you a Commodore Amiga review. This time it's Player Manager on the Commodore Amiga. Developed by Dino Dini and published by Anco in 1990. This forms a bit of the kick-off series. Also came out on the Atari ST, MS-DOS, and also the PlayStation, which I've never seen. It's a football management game. Where it's the first game ever, I think, to combine both managing and playing as a team or as a single player. So let's go into a new game here. Uses the Kickoff 1 engine for its update for Kickoff 2, and it's generating the players. Let's quickly skip that. Well, edited, of course. So we've generated the play. So here's our profile, which we can edit. 1990, the game came out, we'll leave it at that. Anco United, I think we'll probably change that to something a bit more personalised. But in this game, you take charge of a team in the 3rd division. The idea is to buy and sell players and progress to winning the Premiership, or the 1st division as it's called in this. Premiership didn't exist then, so Division 1. Put in my name, age 28. Yes, that's me, of course. I'm 28. Don't bother checking that. So you can play in position or play as a team. Play in position, you just control one player, yourself. Play as a team, control the whole lot, so we'll do that. Makes it a little bit easier. But this game really is a question of the skills are irrelevant. There's Division 1. It's just, I find, by buying fast players with lots of stamina, you can gradually win the games there. So after a few, it's pretty easy. Although I haven't played it for a little while. So after a few seasons when you bought your player, ideal team, you should be regularly winning games 6 or 7-0. But we'll play about 3 games here. Our first game's away against Cardiff. See how we get on. Should win at least one. So there's the week's fixtures. We're away to Cardiff. You can see Division 3, Nick J Elite. Division tables there. No one's played anything yet, so that's not too much of a surprise. Previous week's results, well, no one's played. We've just started the game. But this game could go on and on and on. There's no age restriction there. So there is a bug in this game. You don't never have to retire yourself. There's some tactics. So you can play way into your 100 and above. Each year your stats go down. But curiously, once you've reached past the age of 107, they all reset to back what they were. So you can be the most sprightly 107-year-old ever to grace the football pitch. The skills there, M. Harris, whoever he is, he's on the transfer market. So quite a lot of things to click on. Got rave reviews at the time. This is it's a great game. A few bugs in there, but still good. You can also save your team at any point and reload it into Kickoff 2. So that's interesting. C on the right hand side means the players are sort of out of contract and we need to negotiate a new one. But, yeah, as I say, the only 2 skills that are really important are pace and, morale's a little bit important, but pace and stamina, because basically, if you're controlling them, the skills is actually yours. So, match day, week 1. Right, there's the opponents. You can click on any of them if you want to. Gives a rating down the right-hand side. Defenders 1 out of 10, that's what we like to hear. The goalkeepers are a bit suspect in this game, I'd have to say. I think that's seen enough of them. Right, so here's our team. So, because it's our first game, we have to pick our squad numbers. 148 at keeping, S. Wilson. What about our other keeper? A. Clemens 156. So he has to get the nod. I think your players do get called up to international duty if they start getting half decent. We're in a 4-2-4 formation, so we'll probably keep that. So let's just, randomly stick them in here. I'm sure this is how proper football managers do it. See on the bottom right, we can have normal play, result only, or fast. Well, it's fun to play the whole game, really. Take control of your full destiny, have a bit more of an influence on it. None of these players, I think you've already guessed, are based on any players in real life. You see myself there as a forward, Njenkin. Right. Pace 200. Well, he's definitely going to be in it. Mr. Barrett. Okay. It's a tricky business selecting a football team. I've definitely got to select myself, though. If you get injured or you substitute yourself, suddenly you lose control of the whole team and the computer controls them. So if that happens, they'll probably start playing a bit better. Right, I think we'll try and find the transfer market and get some fast players at some stage. Right, we're off. Is that it? No, incomplete. I haven't got a number of 7 or 11. Oh, let's just pick anyone. Now in this game, after each, well, periodically you do get news of things going on. Like transfers, hooliganism, what the fans think. So it's quite a big leap at the time, Player Manager. I must admit I did spend quite a lot of time on it. Substitutions, you've only got 2. It's back in the old days when they only had 2 substitutions. No number 13 because it was considered unlucky. Now with the team in the blue, no matter what 2 teams are playing, like kick-off, it's always blues against the reds. Right, chip that forward. Let's see how we get on. We're clean through. We're not clean through. So not as sophisticated as the kick-off 2 engine, if you've seen my review on that. It's a little bit slippery. The ball's just white. Only one playing surface you can play on, which is, I guess, normal. Well, normal playing surface it would be called in the Kick-Off 2 game. No. Now, already, I know at some stage you're going to see some glaring, and not just we're in Division 3, you're going to see some glaring goalkeeper errors. The AI of them was improved. Oh, well done, Barrett. The AI was improved in the future games. In this one, yeah. Occasional howler might happen. Hopefully not my team, though. Right, we've got a bit of pace. Shoot. Oh, crossbar. Goalkeeper just managed to fill that up. Well, as I say, we'll play about 3 games, I think. See how we get on. Hopefully we'll win at least 1. This B. Mason's causing us a bit of bother. So what will probably tend to happen is my team will be quite fast in the first half. I'm not sure what their stamina's like, but they'll be slightly slow in the second half. Oops, what was that? Cross. I thought it was going to get a good cross in there. Come on. Nick J Elite versus Cardiff. That isn't a game you see every day. Oh, anyone? No. Goalkeeper come out well there. But each half is 3 minutes. Anything longer than that, you'll be in there forever. That was me there. That was the worst shot ever. You see there's a display there on the top left showing you where your players are. Interesting. Oh, crossbar again. I think a goal's imminent. But yeah, good feature. But whoever uses that, I don't know. Good if you've got a man sent off, I suppose, see where people are. Yes, no. I think we're playing, although it's 0-0 still, I think we're playing better. And I do hope it's not one of these reviews. Oh, I've done a foul. Hope it's not one of these reviews where I show you 3 consecutive 0-0s, because I think you'll struggle to stay with me. So, did you have this game? How many seasons did you play? I think I got my player at least up to 150 years old. Just shows how addictive the game was. There is a sequel, Player Manager 2. So we may well have a look at that at some point. I think that uses the Kick-Off 2 engine. An advanced version of it, I think. Goal! That was great. Although the goalkeeper made it a little bit easy, but we'll take it. He dived clean out the way. Good. Good goal. Hooray! Right, so that ends my main worry that I won't score at all in this review. Or let's play. Let's head this out. They say you're always most vulnerable to a goal after you've just scored. Probably because you relax a bit, but we won't relax. 1-0, and we're away from home. And this is my managerial debut. Well, apart from those 100-odd seasons I played 20 years ago. Select tactics, then press spacebar. So you can change your tactics at the start of each half. Hopefully we can hold on to this slim lead and see where we are in the league. Going forward, the Elites. But the keepers are a bit prone to a chip, so that's what I keep trying. Get near and just do it one of those delicate chips. Sometimes you press the fire button and the ball goes into a completely different direction. I don't know why. Well, that could be good. Oh, yes! That was from a long way out. Suspect goalkeeping, so 45 degrees shot in, like many football games. Keeper has a bit of bother. Brilliant. Well, that was a bit off the ball. He should get at least a yellow card for that, but doesn't. There's no referee moving about in this game. I think that might be corrected in Player Manager 2. 2-0. Surely they can't get that back. Oh. How long we got to last? About 2 minutes 11. Yeah, but a brilliant little game, this one. Brilliant little game. Kick-off engine, a little bit dated now, but the playability is still there, and that's the main thing. Have you ever seen this on the PlayStation? Apparently it came out on the PlayStation. I've never seen it. Maybe I should look for it. Maybe there's a... Oops. If you have played it on the PlayStation, please comment below. But Dino Dini, you've given me hours of joy with your football games. So well done to you, sir. Much in your debt. I think a few times I saved the team and put it over to kick-off 2. Only really worth it when you've got a Premiership super team. Other than that, the normal teams in kick-off 2 will beat you. Oh dear. 2-1. Is this going to be a comeback by the mighty Cardiff? Who always play in red. No, they don't. They play in blue. Do they? Yeah, in Player Manager 2, the teams have their normal colours, which adds a dimension to it. Here, it's almost like you're always in the same game or the same match. But obviously it worked because I played it so much. I think it's because it was the first game of its time, really. There wasn't too many management games around where you can play as well. As I said, this was the first one. Nothing like the FIFA of today. But some would say it might be a bit more playful than FIFA. Oh, yellow card at last. That's what retro gaming is all about. Didn't see it, haven't seen it on MS-DOS or Atari either, but I'm presuming the Atari version plays almost identical to the Commodore Amiga. A lot of their games were very similar, as that chap blasted it over completely. Well done, Clements, you had a good game, apart from that goal you should have shaved. We're through. Yes, my strikers are getting a bit slow now, so we definitely need to go on to the transfer market. It's a good win. The fans will be pleased with this. My managerial debut and playing debut, and we're winning 2-1. Don't want to get too cocky in case they equalise right near the end, but we're in injury time, and he's blowing the whistle before he can take the corner. That never happens in real life, so thank you, Mr. Referee, wherever you were hiding. Yeah, goal from O'Downs and a goal from me. Yellow card from Lee. B. Mason scored for them, but we've won. We take the 3 points. Good. Jay Dickens is not playing to his full potential. Or Judge. I did put them in random positions. But anyway, we won the game, so what do you know, computer? Yeah, let's check these players out. They're out of contract. Let's just give them a two-year contract. We won't be playing this game 2 years later, so 2 years will do us. Yep, 2 will do. Alright, so everyone's okay. No one's unhappy, I don't think. Morale good on this fellow. Downs, he scored a goal. Pace 69. We might have to move him. 69, that's terribly slow. Yeah, we picked these players at random. We might have to do a switch around, I think. Your players will retire at certain points, but you never will do. See who's on the transfer market. You can divide it with amounts there. But, we haven't got too much money. See their age. Click on all of them. See their ability. Oh, that's not too bad. Midfielders. So there's quite a few. One criticism of the game was that as you get into the game, maybe 10 seasons, 20 seasons further down, players retire quicker than the rate that new players are generated. So sort of like foreign teams have, well, not foreign teams, teams have to generate random players. I just bought Richard Wilson there only because I liked his name. I think he played Victor Meldrew in One Foot in the Grave, didn't he, Richard Wilson? Well, anyway, he now plays in our team. I don't believe it. Yeah, he does. Well, that was a good impression. But anyway, we got Richard Wilson in the team, and with him we must be unstoppable. Just liked his stamina, really, and pace. Managerial assessment. The board is worried. Well. Our defenders are pretty poor there. 1 out of 10 keepers are good. That will get reassessed each time you go up or down the division. It compares it with the rest of the league. Right, Bristol are our opponents now. They seem a bit better than Cardiff. They've played 1, drawn 1. I think we really need to bring Richard Wilson. Yeah, okay. We've got Richard Wilson on the wing. We'll see how this goes, but we might bring him in as an... Although it says midfield, depending on this goes, we might bring him in as an attacker. So, blue team versus red again. I'm blue. The controlling player is the one with the line underneath it. Let's see what Cook can do. Oh, dear. So, straight into a foul. Oh, dear. Lindsay's injured. Another flaw with this game is, because you've only got 2 substitutes... If you injure more than 2 players of the opposing side and don't get sent off, rather unfairly, they'll be down to 10 men and sometimes 9 men. So if you've got a lenient referee... Oh, great. Well, that was a great shot. That's going to get on Match of the Day highlights, I think. And that's going to be quite embarrassing. Whoa. 1990 this one was released. I think these goalkeepers are worth a few long shots, especially at 45 degrees. Is that on target? No. I think if it was, I think it would have gone in. Oh, Downs, he scored in our first game. Well done, Mr. Downs. Already I can see our team is quicker than them. Oh, that's a terrible shot. Our team is quicker than them. I hate it when I say terrible shot and I keep glancing up and it says Njenkin was the person who done it. Right, I think... First game we won 2-1. As I said, once you get used to it and got the right players, winning 6 or 7 or even 8-0 is a common occurrence. That's probably why I played it so much. With my gaming prowess as it was, I could probably feel like I was brilliant. Player 2 was slightly more difficult, which I'm sure we'll find out. That's good, good chip. Oh. See, I was a bit closer. I think that would have gone in. Dickens. Is that one of the players they said wasn't in his best potential in that position? Well, if you can score a goal, I'll be in your face, computer. Shoot. Ah. We're all over this team. He says as this bloke goes on an amazing run. Uh-oh. Ooh. Bright, you should have stayed on your feet there. I think there would have been a goal. Right. Get this down. Yep. Oh, foul by me. Crowd disgusted. And they'll go quiet for a bit. Oops. Yeah, so we got 2 of theirs injured. So now they've got no substitutes at all. All down to us. One more and I think they'll be in trouble, but we're not going to play that way. Oh. Cook. He shot that like he was blindfolded. You can play this game where you're not controlling the team and you just watch the computer control them, but that's like watching paint dry. This is much more fun. Because both teams will play quite generically. You need that human intervention, really. Playing it as result only, that's a tough go also. Could do that if you wanted to. If you wanted a quick way of playing about 1 million seasons. But I think the oldest I got my player was maybe in the 150s. But realistically, you could have played forever. So you could have, if you had the time available, your player manager could be aged about 1006. That was Richard Wilson there. Be good if he could score in his debut, but he's not adding much to us. We've had all the play, but it's 0-0 still. Want to add to the win? Maybe give you 2 wins in a row. How would that be? Okay, who is this person? Barrett, he's quite fast. Cook, that's a good shot. That's the worst goalkeeping of all time. Oh man. Rewind and play that again. It was a shot from way out. It wasn't particularly fast. It was in the centre of the goal, and the goalkeeper jumped out the way. That was quality. Well done. We're 1-0 up for the most awesome of howlers. Let's see if we can add that to the tally. We needed that. We were struggling. Lee, stop mucking about, Lee. That's it. Well done. I never doubted you. Crossed by me. Oh, Cook. That was the perfect setup. Right, I just want them to blow the final whistle now. Forward. Yeah, this looks good. Oh, if I could have taken that on the run. Volleyed it in. I can't see them scoring. I don't want to tempt fate there, but they're not. There's an advert for Kickoff 2 down the side, so that was released very shortly afterwards. Or before, I don't know. But near the same time anyway. Yes! Oh, blasted it into the crowd. Yeah, graphics are the same of Kickoff 2, just that the gameplay is slightly tightened up. If you haven't already, check out my Kickoff 2 review Let's Play, where we're in the World Cup. It's World Cup 90, and I take control of England. See what we can do. End those million years of hurt. That could be interesting. It wasn't. That shot, I mean. The Kickoff 2, oh, that's fantastic. Watch that. Okay. Come on, Kirby. That was rubbish. You might get sacked for that. Oh, they've crossed it. Oh, ooh, that was close. I'll tell you one thing this game doesn't have. They're all pretty much British-sounding players. Now in football, you have about 80 to 90% of your team made up of international players, foreign players. This one, they all seem to be English or Scottish. But 1990, I think a foreign player in your team is a bit of a rarity. They used to have this rule where you could only field 3 foreign players. Now you'll be lucky if you get 3 English ones, especially in the Premiership. Lower leagues like this, Division 3, is not too much of a problem. What's going on? Well, that's what big money does. Shoot. Oh, that's a good save. Good shot as well. Right, 1-0. So, I'm doing well as a manager. We won 2 games out of 2. Can't argue with that. The board's got to be happy. Well done, Cook. Although you missed a few shots. Said Jay Farrell has scored 15 goals there for them. Please take care, we've gone into the red. Oops. Right. Yeah, this is a pretty good team, I think. We'll gradually start improving them. But we've gone into the red. It's because we bought Richard Wilson. But it'll be worth it. Trust me. Unhappy A. Mitchell. Why? He's only 19. Probably because he's not playing. Oh, West's okay. Is he the bloke that makes tuna? Could be. Coach. Yeah, they are confident. That comes up. More club records after you've done a few seasons, of course. Yeah, we're £166, I think, in the red. Maybe we could sell a few staplers from supplies. Yeah, Wilson, he's probably my best player. I need to get him up front, I think. Swap him with... Although Cook scored, I need to swap him with... There's a way of selling players, but I've temporarily forgotten. Right, the next game's a cup game, I think, and we're away to Shrewsbury. Second in the league. Yeah, you could waste so much time just clicking on stuff, I guess. That's what football management games are all about. Well, about 4 hours go past and you don't know what you've been doing. Morale's generally quite good here. Right, let's go to match day. So, it's a cup game, away to Shrewsbury, but the gameplay is identical. They've won one, lost one in the league. So they're pretty much the muchness. We need to get Wilson up front, I think. I mean, I'm going to put myself up front as well because my skills are quite good. So although you're a midfielder, we're going to put you up front because I think Richard Wilson is the next Lionel Messi. 1 foot in the grave. Okay. Now, if you've never seen 1 foot in the grave, you don't know what I'm going on about. So type it in YouTube, Richard Wilson or 1 foot in the grave, and you'll know what I'm talking about. It's Victor Meldrew, but he's played by Richard Wilson. I hope. Otherwise, I look like a bit of a wally. Right, here we go. It's the cup game. There's upsets in the cup. So you can see my players have all gone fast again because it's the first half. More top play by me. I dribbled round, I was straight through, and I booted it miles wide. You're going down, Shrewsbury, where the shrews come from. I'm lucky I didn't get a yellow card there, because one could say he was bearing down on goal. Injured? No. Let's get... Oh, that's close. Good kick out, Clements. See if Wilson can get it. He doesn't. Wilson. Is that Wilson or is it me? It's me. Ooh, unlucky. That was close. We're showing our intent here. Nick J. is going to win the league and cup. This game... Oh, that's me again. This game is interesting because when you're in the lower divisions, you can take on the mighty in the cup games. And also you get more money the further you get in the cup. So if I was playing the likes of Manchester or Arsenal, I'll get good gate receipts, and that will probably solve my £166 in the red problem. I'm sure we'll make that at least in gate sales, or maybe pie sales. We put up the price of pies. So it's still 0-0. We're just gone halfway through the first half. Come on. Let's get... Oh. Their keeper seems to be on great guns today. Let's hope for a howler. All cross. Goal! And it's in. 1-0. Scored by me. Well, what did you expect, really? Oh, God. They didn't even wait for me to get back into position. They're obviously a bit annoyed with that. The referee should have called that back. I was still running back. They're not hanging around, this mob. They want to get a goal back straight away. You're not going to get one. Because Jay Dickens was on the case. Uh-oh. Yeah. Ooh! Cool, there. They should have scored there. We are the team. We're unbeaten in this review. Oh. See, that was a 45 degree. The goalkeepers, have they improved for this cup game? Shoot. I was hoping he'd parry it and it would go in somehow. Right, let's get on the case then. Oh dear, that's terrible, Dickens. Dickens almost cost us a goal there. I mean, I wasn't controlling that. He just slid in, slide tackle backwards. That was awful. We need to get it to Wilson more. As soon as we go 2-0 up, then I think we're pretty much covered for this round. Good clearance, Lee. So you get to learn your players. They're like your family. Wilson, yes. You think you know who they are, really. Half time, 1-0 up. That's not bad. Spacebar. There is a bug where the ball can get stuck in the post, I think, and then it just gradually filters down. Hopefully that doesn't happen here. If you're playing 100 seasons, it's bound to happen. What happened there? I was taken right off the ball. Yeah, so Barrett and Wilson and myself are the quickest players. Defence is pretty rubbish. No thanks. Yeah. No thank you. Yeah, they're rolling in here. Okay. I hope you didn't hear that in the background. In the middle of recording, someone just shouted, "Do I want a cup of tea?" I said, well, I think you might have heard. That's always a problem with doing these recordings, and there's no way I'm starting again after half an hour. Okay. Good. Oh, we're in 2-0. 2-0 to the J Elite. 2-0 to the J Elite. Okay. Got not too long left of the half. If we can get a third goal, that'd be wonderful. Be a convincing cup win. Oh dear. Talking about being interrupted in games. This is when it did have a pause on it. When obviously I can't pause on doing the live commentary. But you get online games where you say, "Can't you pause that while you come and do this?" Or you get interrupted. So comment below on all your gaming. Yes, 3-0 and all your gaming interruptions, because how often have you got to a critical point in a game where someone calls out to you or disturbs you, and then you'll never get to that point again? It's the thing we've all suffered. Oh dear, look at that. I'm quite interested when I play this back to see if you could have heard that. I think you would have done. Right. And do you know what? I do fancy a cup of tea now. I should have said yes. But that would have been another interruption right near the end. E. Dawson. Do you know him? I don't think you do. Well, he's not going to score 4 goals against us, that's for sure. Chip. That's it. Are we through? Oh, he saved it. Good. That's not going in. But we've only got about 10 seconds left, I think. Can we get 4 goals? That could be a goal. It wasn't. Injury time. So yeah, I think we will just leave it at 3 games on this one. I think you've seen enough. You've got the general idea of the game, how it plays, what's available. If anyone's going to score, it's us. They haven't got a single hope. Well done, Richard Wilson. That's it. Yeah, so 3 games, 3 wins. You can't argue with that, really. But as you can see, it does get a bit easier. Shrewsbury 0, J Elite 3. So that's been Player Manager on the Commodore Amiga. I hope you like seeing that one. Until next time, goodbye.
Goodbye.